of course, we watched all the Cleveland cut-ups in the off-season. I wasn't here when he was here the first time, but watching the Cleveland cut-ups, he really understands the scheme, and I think that's really important for our safeties. They have to know the scheme because they run the defense along with the linebackers. So he brings that to the table right from the very beginning. And of course, him not being here is not as drastic for him because he already knows the terminology. So I'm excited. I think he's going to help our football team. He'll help some of the young guys come on because of his experience in Coach Ryan's defense.
Dave Abram Elam has kind of an Old Testament name. Do you think he'll exact the vengeance?
Well, I'll tell you what, I think he's excited to be back here because I don't think he wanted to leave in the first place. But hopefully he will do that, Roger.
Terrence's age and injury history, how careful do you have to be with him when he comes back?
Yeah, I think we have to just bring him back as fast as he is capable of coming back, and that's something that we have to determine. Our medical people have to determine. The one thing about Terrence, though, he will play if he's ready to play. So, we'll have to see when we get there.
Given the short time period of this camp and installing things, how would you compare this one to all the other ones you've been through in the past?
Well, this is a lot different. It's a different camp because of obviously the no OTAs and a new scheme. So our guys have really had to, we've thrown a lot of material at them, and they've handled it extremely well. I feel really good about the way our guys have responded to this. I think if you watch practice, you see our guys running around pretty good. They're not slowed. It doesn't look like they're slowed down mentally. So again, it's different, but we've got a job to do. We open up September 11th, so we've got to be ready, and our guys are responding.
Are you yelling a lot more? It sounds like you're hoarser earlier than usual.
Well, we got a few young guys out there. It just gets a little bit hectic out there at times, but I'm excited. It's going to be a fun year for us.
Coach, are you confident that with an aggressive style here that your guys back there will be able to hold their own?
Oh, yeah. I feel good about this scheme. I think sometimes Rob gives you the idea that everybody's coming every snap and there's nobody back helping anybody, but it's really not that. The corners really have more things that they can do right now than they did. There's two ways to do it. You either do it the Vince Lombardi way, of run the sweep, run the sweep, run the sweep. When they stop it, you run the sweep again because you're better than they are. Or it's fool the quarterback. And I think we got a little too predictable last year, and I think this year the unpredictability is going to help our football team.
Do you get a sense from those guys out there that they're a little more excited this season based on what they're going to be able to do this year?
I think if you watch them, they've got a little bit more quick in their step because, number one, they have to absorb things in the meetings and put them right into play in practice when they haven't had a heck of a lot of background on it. So they've got to stay sharp, and our guys have been having a lot of energy at this point.
You think it's important to caution the guys that scheme alone won't fix everything?
Oh yeah, absolutely. We got to play football. Our guys know that. They have to. They're professional people. They've got to play well. And really, people make schemes, to be perfectly honest with you. But I think the more tools you give a guy, I think that gives him an advantage. If that quarterback doesn't know what's going on, you're going to win a lot of ball games.
How can Abe Elam make you guys better?
I think Abe just